Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 55-inch TVs.
Starting at number 5.
Hisense 55-inch. If you want high-end performance but don't want to spend high-end prices, check out the Hisense U8/U8K. It's far cheaper than anything recommended up to this point, but delivers picture quality that is just as good as the more expensive choices. It has a great mini LED backlight, letting it simultaneously provide incredibly bright highlights and deep blacks, with barely any blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. HDR content looks incredible, and like the Sony A95K OLED, it supports Dolby Vision HDR for the best HDR experience possible and advanced audio formats, like DTS, X over eARC, for the best sound when watching content on physical media. Unfortunately, it has a much worse viewing angle than the Samsung QN90C/QN90CD QLED, so it's not as versatile overall. It runs the Google TV interface, which is fast and easy to use, and it has a great selection of streaming features, so you're sure to find your favorite shows. It's great for gaming thanks to its two HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, both capable of up to 4K at 144 Hz gaming with VRR support. This makes the TV a standout choice for PC gamers with powerful rigs, and it's fully compatible with recent consoles. You could also save some money by going for the dimmer, but still great, Hisense U7K.
Coming at number 4.
LG C2 Series 55. The best 55-inch upper mid-range TV is the LG C2 OLED. Like the top 2 TVs on this list, it's a premium TV with an OLED panel that delivers stunning picture quality, especially in dark rooms. OLEDs are unique because they can turn individual pixels off, resulting in a near-infinite contrast ratio for perfect blacks in dark rooms, and there isn't any blooming around bright objects either, which explains their prevalence on this list. The C2, like other OLEDs, has a wide viewing angle that keeps the image consistent from the sides, which is ideal if you have a wide seating area as everyone can enjoy a pleasing image. Its fantastic reflection handling and good SDR peak brightness make it a good choice if you want to use it in a well-lit room. Plus, it's no slouch in HDR with its decent HDR peak brightness that makes small highlights stand out. Unfortunately, like other TVs with LG's OLED panel, it isn't as bright or colorful as TVs equipped with a QD-OLED panel, like the Samsung S90C OLED or the Sony A95K OLED, but it still looks good. And most importantly, it's well priced. The newer LG C3 OLED is a bit brighter and has better image processing with DTS audio format support, but it's sold for about the same price as the S90C. So it's not as good of a deal as its predecessor is.
At number 3.
Samsung 55-inch. If you're not in a completely dark room, a brighter LED TV like the Samsung QN90C/QN90CD QLED is better than the Samsung S90C OLED. Although higher-tier OLEDs can now output impressive peak brightness levels, LED TVs like this Samsung can still reach even higher peak brightness levels in HDR and SDR, and they maintain these peaks for longer. Besides brightness, this TV delivers excellent picture quality, with very deep blacks, thanks to its mini LED local dimming feature, which improves the appearance of dark scenes and further brings out bright highlights. Of course, mini LED isn't as good as OLED technology for a dark room, as there's some distracting blooming around bright highlights in dark scenes, but it's still very good and is sure to please most people. Overall, it's a great TV for almost any use. It has a great selection of gaming features, including HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 HDMI inputs, meaning you can enjoy 4K at 120 Hz gaming on the Xbox Series X, PS5, or a recent PC graphics card. While the Hisense U8/U8K, which is listed below, is a bit better than the Samsung in many ways, the Samsung has two major advantages. It has fewer bugs or quirks and has a much wider viewing angle, making it much easier to watch with a wide viewing arrangement than the Hisense.
Number 2 of my list.
Sony 55-inch 4K. If you want the best home theater experience, the Sony A95K OLED is the best 55-inch smart TV for movie enthusiasts. It's significantly more expensive than the Samsung S90C OLED and is a bit worse for gaming due to its higher input lag and having only 2 full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. However, it has a similar QD-OLED panel to the one found on the Samsung, so it's equally colorful and vibrant, and it has some of the best image processing on the market. This ensures you'll get the best HDR experience from almost any source, no matter its quality, which is important for the best possible movie watching experience. It also supports advanced audio and video formats, like DTS and Dolby Digital HDR, and combined with the TV's processing, it's a standout performer for a home entertainment setup. There's no real alternative to this TV. Sony stands alone with its processing capabilities, and this model is their current highest-end option. If you want a Sony OLED for its processing but don't care about high peak brightness or vibrant colors, consider the Sony A80L/A80CL OLED. It has a OLED panel instead of the QD-OLED panel found in the A95K, so it looks more like a slightly dimmer LG C2 OLED but with Sony's excellent image processing. We'll be receiving this TV's successor, the Sony A95L OLED, very soon, so stay tuned to see how they compare.
And number 1.
Samsung 55-inch. The Samsung S90C OLED is the best 55-inch TV that we've tested. It's a premium TV with fantastic overall picture quality and a huge selection of smart features. It has great peak brightness and perfect, inky blacks for some of the most vibrant HDR viewing experiences. It doesn't have Sony's top-tier processing capabilities, but it's no slouch in that department and is certainly good enough for anyone except for movie enthusiasts. Unfortunately, unlike the Sony A95K OLED listed below, the Samsung TV doesn't support advanced audio and video formats, so there's no DTS support, and the TV is limited to the less commonly used HDR10+ format rather than Dolby Vision HDR. However, for most buyers, this is the best-looking 55-inch TV they can get for the price, bar none. Thankfully, it's a standout performer for gaming, with full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth support on all 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, all of which support up to 4K at 144 Hz, which is amazing for high-end PC and console gamers. You could also go for the Samsung S95C OLED instead, which is one of the brightest and most vibrant TVs on the market. It's basically a slightly brighter S90C, but it comes with a significant price hike and isn't worth it for most people.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.